Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round number 3 of the NAPA Truck Series season here at Iowa. We're going to be racing here under the lights, but I just want to say before the race, hope everyone's staying safe out there in this crazy world. None of us really know what's going on right now, and one of these races are the only things that can keep some of us sane and going during this time. So really hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll try my best to make it the best it can possibly be. As we're set to take the green flag, this pole sitter has probably had some of the worst luck all season. I really hope he gets this thing done. Ryan Dagby leads us to the green flag, and we're racing here at Iowa. Dagby got a really good run into turn 1. The Flip Side Motorsports guys are battling side by side for second place. But man, Dagby really shot out that restart. I don't know how he got that. Usually Iowa's a very slick track, especially at night, so I don't know how he managed to pull that one off. AJ Jones for Young Motorsports. This team has seemed to emerge as one of the really good new teams, and AJ is really, putting in work to make this team probably go way higher up the grid than it actually is. So shout out to AJ Jones. Christian Vargas having a very good run for Tommy Roberts. Cody Goforth making his debut for Anjado here in the Books A Million Tundra. That is a really slick looking truck, even though it's all blue, and we have a caution already. It's only lap 3. It looks like it was Diego Yepes for filling in for the injured Griffin Lapo McDermott. Man, that, I don't know. We'll go see what happened there. Man, the way this thing started, I really don't know how it did, because Ben Crouch just goes into the corner 4 wide. And as most of you guys know, 4 wide at Iowa does not work. So I really don't know what this move was all about. But man, Ben Crouch just kind of sends it on in here. Diego Yepes really has nowhere to go because he's got Eric Monaco right up there. Malik Nevins a little bit further to his outside, and he just gets turned by Crouch. I just don't know. At least the 13 doesn't get any damage from this. He just kind of does a little dainty self-spin on the bottom. I really don't know why this was a caution, to be honest, but yeah, Diego Yepes goes spinning around that number 13, running the name for Griffin Lapo McDermott, because of course that is his, and I believe Jeff Bolton's truck. Jeff Bolton has not made any starts this year, but Griffin Lapo McDermott out injured after a really nasty Sony Cup crash at Las Vegas. Really hope he's doing all right. But Diego Yepes keeping that thing out of the wall, getting it done. We'll take you back to the restart once we get there. There's absolutely no position change under the green flag pit stops. Ryan Dagby continuing to lead this thing. Blake Warren looks like he's got a really, really fast truck though under him. Logan Cloud as well. These 3 might be the 3 up front at the end, to be honest, because they've been fast all weekend. They've consistently been in the top 5 throughout the whole entire weekend, and I think Blake Warren's trying to make the first lead change of the night going into turn 1. He's just going to send it under Dagby. It's been pretty difficult to pass because of the multi-groove nature of this track, but we'll see if Warren's got a good enough car to get it done. Jones right behind him. He's got pressure from at least 2 or 3 different trucks right now. Will Goss sitting there in the background. Try to pass Logan Cloud there down the inside, but Blake Warren is your new leader. AJ Jones. Wow, what a move by AJ going into turn 1. He almost just completely sent it into Blake Warren. 3 wide for third place right now, excuse me. Will Goss hasn't really had the start of the season that team really was looking for, but I think he's really proven why he got hired for this ride now. Cody Goforth in his first start, he's really going for it. Cole Baker really showed what he's got at Phoenix. Diego Yepes Incorporated looking like they have a lot of speed. Same with Texan, with Ryan Reed in the truck. Sebastian Kukulon, the Phoenix winner, making his way up into the top 10. having another really good run. This should put him in the points lead if he stays up here. But these two have absolutely checked out from the field. Will Goss passes Logan Cloud for third place, but Blake Warren and AJ Jones absolutely check out from the field. As laps have gone on, these two just keep pulling away. Will Goss, Logan Cloud in third. Not really too many position changes apart from Kukulon trying to enter the top 5, getting it from Ryan Reed. Tyler Black, we all know he's really quick, but how about Christian Vargas, man, hanging it right in there with his teammate. Cole Baker right here in 9th place. Samuel England, not really in his usual form that we see him in. He's usually around top 5, but he's sitting here in 10th place. He's saying he's got a few handling issues with his truck. Hope everything's all right. Ryan Dagby as well. Just kind of slid back on the grid after he got passed. His tire wear is really not doing too well. His setup's not good for that. Cody Goforth doing a pretty good job here. As long as he keeps that nose clean, I'm sure Anjad will be happy. Dewey Schramm. Austin Miller making his debut. He's supposed to make his debut at Phoenix, but Alex Bignacco took the 37 and decided it was really... Phoenix was really his time to shine, and he did a really good race, kept the truck clean at Phoenix. Probably the best decision over a rookie making his first start there. So Austin Miller doing a really good job in front of Bobo Jones here for 15th place, running the top 15. This team really didn't have a good race at Phoenix. They had kind of a mishap with the tires or something, because they were just way in the back. Huck Davis doing a pretty good job, sitting right outside the top 15. Austin Rogers for this Gatlin Downey Incorporated team doing a very, very, very good job. This team literally just showed up to the track on the day of practice. It was their first day that they had ever hit a racetrack, and they're already up here running in the top 20. That's pretty incredible. J.D. Martin trying to take a position away. Zachary Bilson not having the race that he really wants. But this truck is normally strong here at Iowa. Hopefully they have a good week next week if they don't recover from this one. Malik Nevins doing a pretty alright job for having a return. Tib Foster, all this team really wants is a clean truck at the end of the race, and he's actually running pretty good, 21st. I think he'll take that one. Ben Crouch, 22nd. Larry Hagan making his debut, 23rd. Christopher Jones and Austin Murray battling side by side. This usually isn't a track where Anjado's slow, but you know, you can't really have wins and success every single week. Both of these trucks are running near the back, and Cody Goforth's running up front. So you guys probably just had a miss with their setup. Eric Monaco, Hannah Allen, Austin Johnson having a really good recovery drive so far. Julio Caesar, I believe that's TJ Smith. Yes, it is. Lane Sanders, Diego Yepes, Austin James, Nick Pericles running towards the back, but finally got a sponsor this week with YouTube TV. I think that's going to be his primary for the rest of the season. Kyle Springer, Nick Breeding with Panini on the truck once again. He had that last year, not having a very good run this week, but the team's usually pretty fast. And Bob Burns rounding out the pack here at Iowa. Blake Warren, sorry about that, continues to lead. No, the race is not that boring to where I had to yawn. I'm just very tired. I just woke up. Blake Warren, AJ Jones rounded out the top 2, and Logan Cloud passed Will Goss for 3rd place. Ryan Reed right on Will Goss's bumper, and Sebastian Kukulon rounding out the top 6. We'll get back to you when things start to pick up a little bit, because right now everything is extremely stagnant and not much to cover on the racetrack at the moment. AJ Jones, I think, is starting to either save tires or he's falling off Blake Warren, because he's lost 2/10 in the last lap. Will Goss is definitely fading. Tyler Black past Sebastian Kukulon, and Kukulon is falling way back, even behind Samuel England, outside the top 10, and he got passed 1 lap ago. So yeah, well, he's not outside the top 10. He's almost outside the top 10, I should have said. My apologies. But yeah. Oh, AJ Jones, actually, I think he was saving for a little bit, because he gained right back on Blake Warren. Either that or he just had a little bit of a mishap. But man, AJ Jones is really really getting it done out here for Young Motorsports, man. This is a really, really big deal for this team. Just entered this year. No alliances. They just kind of wanted to, you know, go truck racing. AJ made a couple starts last year, I believe, for a couple underfunded teams in the series. And he drove really great races for those teams when he did race them. I believe at South Boston, he carried a team who ran last the whole entire season, really, up into about 15th place. So this is kind of AJ Jones's thing, is taking these trucks that probably shouldn't be way up here and putting them in position. And this time he's trying to put this truck in position to win the race, and I think he might be able to do it if this team can play their strategy better than Blake Wood. Logan Cloud is continuing to stay up here with these guys. Will Goss also hanging in there, not as much as Logan Cloud is, but yeah, Blake Warren, AJ Jones continue to lead the pack, and I think either AJ actually did fall off this time, or he is just saving tires. You never know with these guys, because these things are so low horsepower that, you know, they'll look like they're going fast, but they'll be saving tires. So, you know, you never know with some of these guys, especially AJ Jones, but I think he's slipping back right now. But we'll get back to you when things pick up once again. Jones has ran down Warren again in the last few laps. Logan Cloud, though, sticking right up there with him. And Joseph Strigley is probably jumping up and down wherever he is right now. He's out of, you know, driving the race cars with an injury from the same crash Griffin Lapo McDermott was in. But I bet he's got to be excited, not even worrying about that injury right now. But Logan Cloud, I don't know, he seemed to be a bit off. And there, oh man, I think he just blew a tire coming out of turn 4. Oh man, that is the worst thing that can happen while you're running the top 3. Logan Cloud, his day is ruined because of a blown tire. I believe he's going to limp it back to the pits here, man, but that's so unfortunate. This truck was having such a good run. You can see Cloud is frustrated just by the way he's driving the truck. And he's going to pull it into the pits here. Yeah, he just had a blown tire. That's really unfortunate. Hopefully that team catches a caution, because I really would hate for their run to end like that. But Blake Warren and AJ Jones continue on as if nothing happened. Cloud was merely just a position to be lost to these guys. Will Goss, Tyler Black, Christian Vargas, Cole Baker, and Ryan Reed battling 3 wide. Yeah, I don't know. I apologize for all the yawning. I had a really bad night of sleep. And Tyler Black is going to either pull it into the pits or he's got a problem. I don't know at this point. But if he blew a tire, he picked a really good time to blow a tire. Because this is about the time where green flag pit stops are starting. And I'm really interested to see when one of these guys come in. Because once the leader comes in, that's kind of when it becomes official for it to be green flag pit stops. So far, no one has gone in yet. Tyler Black might just get a really big undercut in the whole entire field. But Will Goss still steady, sitting in 3rd, running a really, really clean and good race. Probably wishes he was a little bit closer to these guys, but he's the best of the rest, I guess you can say, because all these guys are just battling for spots. Cody Goforth, like I've said it multiple times this race, he is having a really, really good run. Also, I do think Tyler Black had issues. Came in a lap early. But Austin Miller and Dewey Schramm coming right into the pits. And JD Martin, Tim Foster going along in with him. We'll see who else goes in. Christopher Jones and AJ Jones is coming in. I believe Blake Warren already pitted because you can't really see him anymore. And we missed that. Apologies. Yeah, there he is right there. Will Goss is going to be inherited the lead. Most of these guys are going to come down now. Some of these guys are going to be staying out. All of these guys are trying to capitalize and gain time on the leaders by staying out a little bit longer. Personally, I wouldn't do that. I would have pitted earlier, but these guys are really looking for the tires and trying to have just better tires at the end of the run, you know, because especially at Iowa, like 2 laps can make or break your whole entire race with your tire wear. So AJ Jones going to come out of the pits here. Let's see if Blake Warren beat him out of the pits. Wow, I don't believe they... Oh my God, what a pit stop by this 12 crew to get AJ Jones that far out front of Blake Warren. And Blake Warren pitted a lap ahead of AJ Jones, so there must have been a problem in that number 8 box. And man, that if I were the pit crew for the 8 truck, I would either be kicking myself or scratching my head as to how my teammate just got ahead of me, because there's no way Will Goss should be ahead of Blake Warren. But I think Blake Warren is about to try to capitalize on that one right now. And AJ Jones, man, he's out to a 3-second lead. And these two are just going to probably keep battling until we get a caution, and you never know when that's going to be. So, man, AJ Jones continuing to lead here at Iowa. As of right now, AJ Jones is kind of gaining and losing every couple laps. Like this lap they gained on him, and a couple laps before they lost a bunch of time to him. Apologies for how weird I sounded in the last few clips, by the way. I was about to get really sick. So, yeah. Apologies if I sound weird. But I'm all good now, and we're ready to cover the racing again. Kukulon trying to go down the inside of Christian Vargas. And Samuel England is actually reporting of a couple issues on his truck. If we can find them. Just been listening to radio chatter. And I can't find England anywhere. And the caution seems to be out. I think another guy just had issues coming out of turn 4. Turn 4, I think there's a bump in there that's like screwing everybody up, because there's Samuel England right there sitting in his pit box. So we'll get to how that unfolded, but man, that's really unfortunate for last year's champion, man. Yeah, he was running P8. That's why I was really confused as to why I couldn't find him while I was looking for him. But yeah, he just pulls down. Can't really get to the pits because he hits the commitment cone right there. And then, yeah, you can see in the tires, just the brake rotors are way overheated. That truck was just overheating. And, yeah, now he's out of the race. Unfortunate for England, man. He is a top-notch driver. Had a pretty rough couple weeks in the season in the Hardy's National Series. I'm sure this doesn't help too much, but yeah, he'll get back out there. He's a really, really talented driver. So yeah, we'll take you back to the green flag. This should be a really interesting run to the finish, considering we don't know if anyone's pitting or not. So we'll see coming to the green flag. As we're about to take the green flag, Samuel England is actually just fine. I don't know what happened to this truck, but AJ Jones leading us to the green, and Blake Warren basically just fell asleep on that restart. His teammate ducking his nose under. He thinks he can get this thing done. He was gaining on AJ Jones and Blake Warren in the last run a lot. I think they actually really fixed up that 94 truck, and he's going to send it down the inside. Not going to take any breaks at the end of this race here. This is just going to be non-stop racing. Will Goss down the inside of Blake Warren. Blake Warren going to fight back on the outside. He's trying to get a really good run. And Goss just barely clears him. But Warren's going to try to go down the inside. Don't do that, Blake. Let's go let your teammate win, man. Come on. Will Goss fights back on the high side, though. He gets a really good run on the straightaway. Warren's still peeking his nose down, but I don't think he's got enough space to make a run at him. Goss gives him space just in case, but he cuts right across the nose of the 8. 21 truck sitting here P4. Sebastian Kukulon, Phoenix winner, sitting P5. Really good run for these two trucks. But Will Goss going to try to make a charge to AJ Jones in the final 5 laps. This kid has got to be elated. This is going to be the longest set of 5 laps that this kid's ever going to have. Same with Will Goss, but he's going to be charging the whole entire time if he can keep his head in the game. And he's gaining on him. He really is. You see it there? He's gaining on him little by little. You know, even if he gains on him a 10th every, 2 laps until the final lap, I think he could still catch him. So this is really game for the 12, the 94, or the 8 truck, because he just pulled away from those guys back there. And he led practically the whole thing. This might be a punch in the gut for Blake Warren. I know he wanted to lead this whole thing, but he might have cost his teammate a chance of actually fighting this 12 truck. But AJ Jones continues to lead with about 3 laps to go. And Will Goss, what is he doing? He just pulled off the racing line for a couple seconds. Same with Blake Warren. Is there some team orders trying to happen here with Flipside? Because he's literally just slowing down to let Blake Warren catch up. 2 laps to go. I believe AJ Jones just locked this thing, but what in the world were the Flipside trucks doing? I think there might have been some team orders right here. I don't know, man, but AJ Jones, final lap. I believe he's going to be one of the most elated, happy people on the planet right now. This team just started when they hit Daytona. Round 3 at Iowa, I don't think they ever expected to get this far. But AJ Jones is going to take them that far. And AJ Jones is going to win here at Iowa. And what a race for this kid, man. Will Goss gets 2nd place. Had a fighting chance to win that thing at the end. Blake Warren P3. Sebastian Kukulon P4. Christian Vargas P5. Tyler Black P6. Tommy Roberts probably going nuts up there right now. Cole Baker P7. Really good run for that team. Dewey Schramm P8. Back-to-back top 10s in his first 2 starts. What a drive for this guy. Ryan Reed. Huck Davis pulling off his first top 10. That's really good. Zachary Bilson with a really good recovery drive. Tip Foster P12. That is a really good run ahead of Ben Crouch and Logan Cloud, who really deserved better. JD Martin P15. Cody Goforth P16. Murray 17th. Bobo Jones P18. And what a run for Austin Rogers P20. Austin Johnson P19 after starting dead last. Austin Miller pulling off a P21. That's actually pretty good for your first start in the NAPA Truck Series, especially with the caliber of competition we got now. So really good run for Miller. He's going to be in that truck for the rest of the year. Larry Hagan, he actually got P21, and Miller got P22. That's a really good run for 2 debutants in the series, especially considering the caliber of teammates Hagan has. Actually, Hagan isn't making his debut, but he was a driver before, didn't really get too many starts, so really good comeback for him, I guess you could say. Eric Monaco, P23. Christopher Jones, P24. P25 is Lane Sanders. I'm sure he's really happy about that. P26, Hannah Allen. Really good run for that team considering the last couple of weeks. Butcher, P27. Dagby, P28. Not what he deserved at all. Breeding, P29. Lincoln Evans, P30. Austin James, P31. P32, Kyle Springer. 33rd is Pericles. He's probably not too happy about that. Julio Caesar, P34. He also is definitely not happy about that. Diego Yepes, P35. Bob Burns, P36. And rounding out the rest of the field, Sam England, TJ Smith, and Cody Smart. Apologies for my voice there. Yeah, I had to do this really quickly. So sorry for no ending sequence, but man, I really hope you guys are staying safe and clean out there, and maybe race again at Laguna Seca. That's going to be a really, really interesting race. We'll finally get to make left and right turns. in California. I'm sure you guys are ready to stop seeing these races under the lights. That's going to be the first race at daytime of the whole entire series. Or not series, whole season. Apologies. But, man, stay safe, stay clean, and I'll catch you guys next time.